So I'm making sourdough crumb cake, and I have a half a cup of nuts. It says a cup of nuts. I am not going to use a whole cup, so I'm using a half a cup. And I'm going to add a half a cup of flour. And 4 tablespoons of butter, which I'm going to cut in. And 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. So I'm going to cut that together, and that's going to be the crumb topping. And you're seeing my relish right there because I just got done doing it and I have to process it. I'm going to cut that in. So I got the flour and I got the cinnamon. Now I need to add the brown sugar. This is the crumb mixture. This is going in between the layers. So it calls for a third cup of brown sugar, a third cup of flour, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. As soon as we mix this, we set it aside. And then I'm going to run back in there and I'm going to get another cup of flour. Now we're going to get the bowl and I'm going to measure the flour. I got 1 cup measured. I'm going to see how much I'm short on the other half of the other cup. Okay, I need about 1/4 of a cup. So let me go grab that. The bowl. We're going to cream the sugars together. There's my flour. I'm going to bring you over here. And I also need my starter. You want to grease a pan. You want to put your oven on to 350. So for butter, it says 8 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now I got 8 tablespoons of butter. We're going to microwave that really quick for just a few seconds. We're going to mix it with our sugars, which is a half a cup of sugar and a half a cup of brown sugar till smooth. And we're going to add our eggs, the vanilla, our sour cream, and 2 cups of milk. There's our half cup of sugar, our other half a cup of sugar. We're going to mix that together. I need to get out the milk and the sourdough. It's been in my fridge. Okay, now we're adding the vanilla, which is 2 teaspoons of vanilla. We're adding 2 eggs. We're adding a half a cup of sour cream. And I need to get my starter. We're adding to the dry ingredients 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt. We need a half a cup of discard and 1 cup of milk. If my cream is good, or my half and half, I'm just going to use that. Okay, there's my cream. Now I'm just going to get my starter. I'm trying to use my discard up. So we're adding the baking powder, the salt, and the flour mixture. No, the 2 cups of flour. The 2 cups of flour, I mean. Now we're going to get our baking pan ready and we're going to make the layers. Okay, we're going to grease our pan with a little bit of oil. We're going to pour half the batter in. Then we're going to add the topping of the cinnamon sugar, not the crumb one, just the one that we made the second time, which I'll have all this in the description below. I'll have to get rid of some of this oil. It's way too much. Okay, we're going to put half of our batter. And now we're going in with half of the cinnamon mixture. Okay, now we're going in with the rest of the batter. I'll have to get a spatula, get the rest of this off. And it's all right if that cinnamon stuff gets mixed in because it's a cinnamon crumb cake anyways. Okay. Now we're adding the rest of the mixture. And then we're going in afterwards with the crumb topping. We're going to cook this for 40 to 45 minutes in a 350-degree oven. Now we're adding on the mixture with the nuts and the butter. So there we go. We're putting this in the oven for 40 to 45 minutes, and I'm going to get all my kitchen cleaned up and my dishes done. Okay, my sourdough crumb cake has come out. It took 50 minutes to 60 minutes for this. I think it was 60. I think I gave it an extra 5 because the inside of the dough was still coming out sticky. So all you have to do is just let it cool and serve it up. So anyways, this is my crumb cake that is made with sourdough starter. Discard. Hope you enjoyed the recipe. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification for my next video.